Fall Festivities Part 3, a Miraculous Ladybug Fanfiction written and narrated by Mira, with artwork for the opening and thumbnail image by Abigail on Instagram. I will have her linked in the description box below, as well as the prior 2 parts to this story. If you're still listening, comment apple picking, and please enjoy Fall Festivities Part 3. Marinette Dupang Chang as Ladybug. Ladybug made it to the apple orchard with her cloak and her witch hat moments before Cat Noir came around the corner of the farmhouse hosting the apple picking event. "There you are," he said, taking a moment to look at her hat before continuing. "I thought you might not come." "A promise is a promise." "I saw the photos of the orange suit. It looked nice." "And I'm back to the same old, same old." "You've got a pretty nice hat there, though." "Yeah, it was a present from this cute guy I know." "Oh." Cat's startled expression made her feel bad. Right, she shouldn't talk about other guys like that in front of him, considering how many times he's joked about them being a couple. You think he's cute, huh?" "Are you baiting me to compliment you as well, kitty?" "What? No." He grinned at the ground and kicked up some leaves. Strange. Usually he wasn't giddy to hear her talk about other guys. "No, it's just you think he's cute. That's cute, is all." "Let's just pick apples, shall we?" Apple picking became something of a tradition between the two of them. They'd gone last year for an event, and now, well, okay, perhaps doing something twice didn't make it a tradition, but Ladybug knew her partner looked forward to it for months, so she may as well entertain his excitement. "Sure thing, Elby." Not that she minded it. Ladybug let her head fall back as the wind danced with her hair, taking in the smell around her. "This is nice." "Leaf," Cat echoed. "Yeah." She tugged an apple off the tree, rubbing it on her chest before taking a bite. "It smells like leaves now that we're not in the city." "Ladybug, we went through this last year. You can't eat the apples while picking them. You have to pay for them at the end and take note which kind of apples you're getting as well." "Since when are you lawful good?" she shot back, taking another bite. Truthfully, she'd forgotten about that detail, but now wanted to finish her snack out of spite. "You're the one who doesn't like liars." Ladybug almost choked on her next bite. "I need to stop telling you about my ideal man, else you'll lose your entire personality." "I'm itching to crack a pun here, LB." "Don't you dare." She laughed at his eyebrow wiggle. Heart light. "Grab the green one too, okay?" "What kind is it?" "I can't read that handwriting either. Come on, let's move along." Cat counted bills into a bucket at the end of the orchard as Ladybug scribbled in their total count. "How do you want to split them up?" he asked. "Aren't we each keeping our own bags?" Ladybug looked up to make sure he nodded, but his little triangle ears drooped instead. "What?" "You mean you didn't pick an apple for me?" Was I supposed to?" "Ladybug." Cat sighed, then straightened his back. "Never mind. It's fine. This is fine." "What? Do you want me to bake you an apple pie instead?" The triangle ears popped back to their usual sky-pointed isosceles shape. "You'll bake me a pie?" This cat had her tongue. "I mean, we both know a certain bakery that wouldn't mind us dropping in." "Wait, the Dupang Changs?" Cat's smile warmed, and it irritated her for some reason. Yeah, I'd love to see her too." "Her?" Ladybug crossed her arms. "Oh?" "Not like that." Cat shook his head and picked up his bag of apples. I just like the Dupeng Changs, is all. I didn't realize you had a crush on Sabine. I wouldn't have pinned you for the mommy type. Wow. Cat stared at her, slack-jawed and clearly taken off guard. Ladybug, you're sassy. I have my moments. She looked away, embarrassed at the joke she made at her mother's expense. She'd tried so hard to not draw attention to them going to her place that she somehow made an even worse lapse in judgment than usual. Are pies the one where you aren't supposed to over-knead the dough? Have you ever made a pie before, Cat? Not recreationally. He shrugged and inspected an apple from his bag before taking a bite. You can drive. You mean take charge in pie making? You said you'd make me a pie. You never said anything about the other way around. Wow! Ladybug laughed, her heart rustling like the leaves underfoot as they left the farmhouse checkout station. Okay, mister. I see how it is. You know how many times I've tried to get a taste of your home cooking, LB? I'm not going to ruin this chance for myself. Har har. You're in charge of peeling the apples then, all right? She meant it too. When Ladybug and Cat Noir got to the bakery, she set to work as he started on the apples. Thankfully, Alia warned her parents in time for their arrival, although she was sure the Dupeng Changs would lend their kitchen to their local superheroes, even in the midst of a rush or morning prep. And now? Cat asked, dusted in flour despite not having access to a bag of it. Now, Ladybug grunted as she held the fridge door open with her hip, I help you with the rest of the apples while the dough chills. Aren't you supposed to knead it 1,000,000 times? We're making pie crust. That means absolutely nothing to me. Ladybug laughed and gave him a beginner spiel as they peeled and sliced their harvest. Despite being a professional, she ended up dusted in flour as well as they kept working. But that was because if there's anything a black cat's going to do, it's find trouble while staying home. Cat! She squeaked, shaking her head vigorously enough to have a cloud of flour puff out. Why would you do this? You asked me to dust with flour, he said, his voice strained. Was he panicking from the flour or her tone of voice? The countertop! Not my hair! Why would you mix the two up? I didn't know what you meant. Why did you assume my head? I don't know. Don't girls put powder in their hair or something? Cat, we don't use flour as dry shampoo. Isn't it supposed to absorb oils or something? He tried. Oh, my... Ladybug sighed, putting a hand to her face, only for it to come away powdered with flour. Well, at least it's an honest mistake. I can pour flour on myself if you'd like to make it even. Cat reached for the bag, and she caught him by the wrist. No need, thank you. She'd already cleaned this kitchen this morning. No need to add more to her to-do list for the evening. Come on, help me dust off after I put this in, and we can go get drinks somewhere. Starbucks? Cat perked his ears as he made the suggestion, betraying the casualness of his expression. What is with your Starbucks obsession anyway? Are you American under that mask? Ladybug, I hate to break it to you, my nationality and or heritage doesn't change regardless of whether I'm wearing a mask or not. You know what I mean, she scowled. And yes, we can do Starbucks. Yes! He fist-pumped as she turned around, likely thinking she wouldn't see it. Cute. He was cute. So, with the smell of autumn in the air, thanks to the magic of cinnamon, Ladybug and Cat Noir left the Dupang Chang bakery with assurances that Marinette would pull the pie from the oven and box it up for them to pick up tomorrow. It was a convenient little detail Ladybug had Alia relay, and everyone seemed to buy it despite her civilian self was nowhere to be found. Oh well. As of today, Ladybug felt like it was finally fall. Thank you so much for listening. Part 4 is on the way. In the meantime, you can check out these other videos for more Miraculous fanfiction, and there's also a link in the description box to Speakeasy Stationery. It's a store I'm running for my internship, and you can find keychains of the opening thumbnail image in it as well. I will catch you in the next one. Bye!